Good evening, wonderful coaches. We are back again at the ETE Talks. Engage, transform, empower. It's that time of the week again. It's so wonderful having you here today. So you may be wondering why I'm wearing this pink ribbon. It's October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's Pink October. So I'd like to thank you for coming to the Engage, Transform, and Empower Talks. We'll be having our powerful speaker here today who will be talking about my health, my right, and it's none other than Master Coach Chipo Gojo. I'll go through her profile so that you get inspired. Coach Chipo Gojo is a life coach with over 3,000 hours of coaching. She's an award-winning parenting coach of the year 2022, awarded by ICMF. She's the first runner-up Master Coach of the year 2022, second runner-up Personal Development Coach of the year 2021. She is also an award-winning Outstanding Women Empowerment Author 2023, awarded by Zimbabwe Community News. She's also an award-winning Skills Community-Based Champion 2023. Master Coach Chipo is a certified counselor, teens, pre-teens, and youth coach. She's a registered general nurse, health and safety advisor. Master Coach Chipo is the founder of Fortune Mindset Coaching, a coaching and mentoring organization which is into coaching, counseling, training of coaches, that's coach certification, psychosocial support for moms and girls. Coach Chipo is also an author of 5 books, of which 3 have been published. She is a writing and publishing coach, speaker at conferences, parenting talk show host, and she's also a skills trainer. She does perfume training, events, and decor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for Master Coach Chipo as she takes over and talks about my health, my rights.
Hello, everyone. How are you? I know for those who are on site, you are really feeling that your health is your right, right? After taking steps from ground floor, past parking 1 and 2, up to 13th floor. You really had a good exercise, right? Okay. Okay, my name is Master Coach Chipo, as Coach Danielia has introduced me, and I'm happy to be here. And we all know that during the month of October, there is breast cancer awareness campaign. People commemorate this in different ways. Some corporates commemorate for a week, some for a month, and some will be talking about it maybe for 3 weeks, and then they have one special day where they commemorate cancer in remembering those who are affected by cancer, those who are infected, and those survivors, and those who have gone to be with the Lord because of breast cancer. That's why today we are wearing the pink ribbon. It's the pink month because we'll be remembering people with breast cancer. So since we'll be talking about cancer, we saw it fit as ICMF also to talk about health in general. As a coach, I'm also a member of the Volunteer Medical Corps, which is a Christian network under Love World for people who love to volunteer. You just volunteer in any way, people with passion to help other people. maybe giving education or even doing medical outreaches, anything that has to do with humanitarian work. That's what volunteer medical corps is all about. So I'll be talking mainly about the theme of World Health Day 2024. That's where we get the topic, My Health, My Right. This was a theme. I know most of you don't even know what it was all about. It was my theme. It was My Health, My Right. So good health is vital for human happiness. For you to be happy, you need to have good health. Even prosperity and wealth, you need to be healthy, right? You find that in most cases, when we are still, I see most of us here are young people. We have the opportunity to work, right? And then when we decide to retire, we have amassed wealth, right? And now we are retiring. Maybe that's when people start having sedentary lifestyle diseases and old age diseases. So you find that wealth that has been amassed is now going to medical bills. So at the end of the day, the wealth, instead of you enjoying the prosperity, now all the wealth is going to what? To medical bills. Who has ever been admitted in hospital? You know what I'm talking about, right? Yes. So we need good health so that we can enjoy what we have amassed over the years and the relaxation that we now want to have, during our old age, looking after our grandchildren. You hear most people say, no, I just want to go around the world, seeing the world, being tourists. That's what we want to see, not to say, I can't move around now because I can't sit for 2 hours in the plane, I can't do ABC. But this is what you were looking forward to when you were this age. So the overall well-being needs us to be healthy. So the 2024 theme that I was talking about was centered on access to health services, because your health is your right. And it was chosen to champion the right of everyone everywhere, so that they are able to access quality health services. It doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter which country they are. Everyone is supposed to have quality health services. And also they are supposed to have to receive education and information, just like we are doing here. We are talking health-related education. So everyone in this world should have a right, should have access to health education, to information about their health, about their rights, about anything that concerns them in this world. And they have a right to safe drinking water. They have right to clean air. We must breathe in clean air, right? So that we don't contract diseases. Right to good nutrition, quality housing, decent working and environmental condition. So this was the theme for 2024, and we are still moving with it until the next theme. Good health is very necessary. And for us to be here is because we are healthy, right? Despite the 15 steps, we have proven that we are healthy. That's why we are in here. So good health is an important aspect of life, and we can be able to live a stress-free life when we are healthy. And we live an active, long life when we are healthy. So it's important to practice healthy living. And how do we practice it? We take care of our bodies. No one can take care of your own body unless if you are 0 to 4 years. Because now even the 4-year-olds, they will tell you, no, you cannot bath me because of the teachings on don't touch my body. So we need to take care of our own bodies. We must be concerned about what we eat. We must be concerned about cleanliness, maintaining a clean environment around us. And we must exercise. We must not be forced as what Kadgamombe building has done to us today. We must not be forced. You must have at least 150 minutes per week of what? Of exercise. So I can have 30 minutes of exercise per day. It's you who is regulating that. You are not being forced. You must also be concerned about protecting yourself against diseases. Yes, diseases are there, but you also have a right and an opportunity to protect yourself. And you must rest so that you have a healthy lifestyle. We all know that if you are not healthy, without health, you cannot enjoy life. You cannot enjoy the joys and the pleasures that life gives to you. So I'm going to talk about your nutritious plate. In short, we are saying, in your round plate, half of the plate must contain vegetables and fruit. 3/4 of that half must be what? Must be fruits. But in most cases, we say the half of the plate must be what? Must be filled with vegetables. And in most cases, when you tell people that the plate must have half vegetables, all they think of is cabbage. Fried cabbage or boiled cabbage. All they think of is kovo. Yet, in this day and age, we have been exposed to a variety of vegetables. Would you want to mention some? Some of the vegetables. Broccoli, lettuce, carrots, beetroot, spinach, and you can mix those. Yes, green beans and all. You can mix those, right? And they become an appetizing meal. And you can even sprinkle vinegar or whatever. So don't think of fried cabbage only. But, and do you need 5 hectares to have a beetroot, carrots, and whatever? Just those small gardens that we have at home. 1 meter by 1 meter, you can produce different vegetables from there and you enjoy your meals. Then the other half, your starch. Okay, let's all make a fist. Hand fist. That's the size of your starch. Yes, that's the size of the starch that you are supposed to eat. We want to live healthy, right? Yeah. So it simply means starch and then the other half, let's do this. The palm of your hand, any meat. I know you love meat. So All this is your meat, right? Eh. Is it small? Yakawant. Right. Eh. So the sadza shoma, or rice, or potatoes, or pasta. But meat, you can have as much. But preferably white meat. Because red meat has to do with digestion and things like that. But these others are easily digestible. White meat, yeah. So what else? Water. How many liters of water must one have on a daily basis? 2 liters. Okay. And how many liters is that? Since morning. Well done. Let's clap hands for him. Do you know why? You are above 80 kgs, right? Yes. 2 liters is the minimum. Kuti at least coach has taken water today. It's only 2 liters. Your weight divided by 30 is the amount of water that you're supposed to take per day. So if you are 90 and you have taken 2 liters, I'll look at you like this. If you are 70, divided by 30 is 2 points. Anyone weighing 30? Okay. So that's water for you. And then when we are frying whatever we're frying, we must use healthy oils. I know we love to, to drain fats when we've boiled meat, and then we pile. I know it's nice, when you drain sausage oils and then pork oils, and then when you mix them, when you are brine, yeah, it will be nice. But we must remember that it has an effect on our hearts. Okay, in the long run, we must exercise regularly so that we won't complain of the 15 floors steps, right? Had we been exercising the whole week, no, we wouldn't be having this challenge. So, as you can see on this picture, all ages are represented, right? Yes. Meaning that everyone has to exercise. But the exercises are different. Mom cannot do your exercises. Oh, is that okay? Yes. And we don't encourage you to do her exercises because they will be limited to you. Okay. Why are the exercises different? Because now we are looking at age, at how the bones will now be functioning and the load that will be required on the bones and things like that. So don't say, why did they say this one must run 100 meters and I am supposed to run 5 kilometers? Age also is a factor. So what are the benefits of exercise? In this world of so many voices and things, so many things happening, the economies is an effect on everyone. There is so much depression that is taking place. Anxiety, depression, all sorts of things. So even when you go to work, isn't people are depressed or stressed because they are looking for jobs, right? When they get the jobs, they are depressed because the salary is not enough comparing to the amount of job that they are doing, right? So it's all stress, depression. But after all that, You can exercise, do your exercises, and refresh. Because at the end of the day, you must be grateful that you have that job. Someone is looking for it. You have it. Though things are not okay, are not looking okay, but there's still hope, right? One day, things will be okay. Doors will open for you. Okay. So it's good news that in old age, when you continually do physical activity, the effects of dementia, if you are a person who is always exercising, the dementia, yes, it may come, but it will take time. I have a grandma who is 100 years old now. She is so sharp, no dementia whatsoever. And people of old, they used to exercise so much, especially, yeah, she used to work, and then she retired and went to the village. And in the village, they won't be resting. They will be working. Even up to now, she still wants to go into the field. They are always exercising. So she's very sharp. So when I read about this, I remembered, So even when the dementia process wants to start, it will not have much effect on you because you are physically active. So we must encourage our grandmas also to exercise. Exercise also helps us to control our weight. We can either lose weight or control, because when you lose, you want to maintain. You can't continue to lose till when? You control and you lose, then control or maintain. Exercise also combats health conditions. So there are so many conditions that affect people, especially if they are not, it's either they're not exercising or there's old age or whatever. So when you exercise, you have low risk of cardiovascular diseases. And when you're talking of cardiovascular diseases, we are talking of heart diseases or any disease that has to do with the heart. Your blood pressure, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, diabetes, and things like that. When you're physically active, even if those things want to come, or if they come, you have control over them. Exercise improves mood. I was talking about you go to work, things are not okay, but when you exercise, obviously your mood will be just something else after that. And your boss was on on your neck. Yes, things are not okay and things like that. And at home, people are busy crying. We want this, we want that. Things are not okay. All that. But when you do exercise, you feel much better. It doesn't mean the problems have gone away. No, but it's about you. Your health is your right. Exercise also boosts your energy. Exercise promotes better sleep. Most people are failing to sleep. Why? Because of what we're talking about, depression, anxiety, because of things that are happening around them. On exercise, just don't exercise too close to bedtime. Why? Because you'll be stimulated. Just like, have you ever seen a child who has been given sweets at night? They can't sleep. They are energized, too energized. So that's what happens also. When you exercise, you'll be too energized. So you cannot sleep. So do it well before. Exercise can be fun and social, and we know there are exercises like Zumba. You'll be exercising, but you also be dancing, right? So, and it would be nice if you exercise with your family time during exercise. Coach, tell me when my time is up. Okay. Then tips for healthy living. You must avoid self-medication. When you are saying self-medication is headache, I buy whatever. Headache, I buy pills. Headache, I buy pills. Headache, 2 weeks. What's happening? There is something wrong with that headache. There may be an underlying cause. Yes, you are treating the symptom, but you are not treating the underlying cause. So what is it? Go to your doctor so that they may do some tests and find out what's causing that headache. And at times, you simply just have to come to ICMF. Why? Because there are things that are troubling you. So even if you take the pill, you go back to the challenge. Headache starts. Take the pill, go back to the challenge. Because maybe you are not able to confront the challenge. Because with challenges, you can't run away from them. For you to be okay, you have to challenge the challenges. Don't let the challenges defeat you. If it's pressure, pressurize it. Face it head on. Deal with it and move forward. But if you keep running away from it, it will not work. It will always be there. So it's better to deal with it and move forward. And when you come to ICMF, you'll be taught problem-solving skills because there are many, right? It's either you pressurize the pressure or you are taught the avoidance methods and things like that, you see. So you must be knowledgeable about your health. How do you know anything to do with your health? These days, we have, even at pharmacies, people can just go there and have free BP checks, free weight checks. So you have your height checked. So your BMI is checked so that you also know if you are overweight, and we have normal weight, right? Then we have obesity, very obese. Then what else? Underweight, overweight, and things like that. And then you are informed on what to do. After you have known, if I were to ask you, those who are on site, what's your weight? Do you know? You know. What's your height? Do you know? I love some smiles. What's your BMI? Body mass. Someone is saying, what's BMI? Body mass index. This is measured according to your height and weight. Your height should correspond with your weight. Okay. Someone who is shorter than me, if they weigh above, okay, let me use myself as an example. I'm 1.68 meters tall, right? And my weight at one point, it was 72 by grace, because I was always at 55 for years.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, I just skipped to 72. So when I was at 72, actually, I think I'm still 72. But my BMI is overweight. But people who are looking at me, they're saying, no, this one is what is okay. Right? And yes, I'm okay. I like it like that. Yeah. So being knowledgeable about your health, you must know your baselines, your weight, your height, even your blood pressure. Some don't even know that for the past 5 years, their blood pressure has always been high. But because they got sick and went to the hospital, they were shocked, so shocked that the blood pressure had to increase even more. Yet they've been living with it. Thank God they went to the hospital and it would be attended to. Okay. Then be knowledgeable about the food and products that you purchase. Don't just buy. At times we just say, there's a sale somewhere, so we all rush and buy things in cartons. Did we read the expiry date? Yet they are foodstuffs. Most importantly, speak the word of God over your life. Those affirmations that Master Coach Tafadzo always sends in the group, they are very, very important. Because when you are saying them, when you are saying the affirmations, you are saying what you are believing, right? You are meditating upon them and you are taking them inside your soul, right? Whatever you drive into your spirit or whatever you drive into your soul, that's what you become. You know that scripture which says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So all the affirmations that you have driven into your spirit, those are the ones that you speak. It doesn't matter what is happening around you. If you start saying otherwise, we just know the heart is empty. There's nothing there. Because it just responds to anything that is being said around. You see. You must speak faith-filled words. You must think the right thoughts. And you must laugh often. You don't need a comedian to laugh. You must just have laughing sessions. You must have talking sessions. That will help you to have a healthy life. So we have spoken about a diet that actually the last point, you must replace excess sugar, coffee, and soft drinks. We love them, right? And energy drinks with healthy snacks, water, and tea. I know most people don't like water, but you need it. You must sleep. Sleep is very important. Did you know that sleep can help you to produce some chemicals, body chemicals which fight against infection? People who don't sleep, who don't have enough sleep are the ones who are prone to viruses. They are always having flu. Because they are the time for those chemicals to work in your body is not there because you are always awake. Okay, my time is so also in order for you to manage stress, you must exercise, you must take deep breaths. You know, even if you are confronted by a strange situation, something that you don't know what to do about, don't panic. Just stop and take deep breaths. You breathe in, you breathe out, maybe 5 times. After that, you'll be amazed at what happens to you. If you don't take, let's say maybe you need to think very fast and you are getting confused and you are being pressurized and things like that, you can do this. Your fingers, rub them against each other. Rub them. You rub until you feel those. If you look at your fingers, there are those prints which are like in secular form. Rub until you feel them. How do you feel them? Because you are concentrating on these. You have taken away your mind from what's troubling you. And you are concentrating on what you are doing right now. By the time you are done with this, you come back, you are refreshed. You are able to answer. Or you are able to what? To do something about this issue that you are facing. Even in a meeting, you don't, show emotions that, hey, I've been pressurized, I've been what? No. Just keep quiet. Go. Or whatever. Or you can tap. You can go. You can feel you are tapping because you are concentrating on the tap. You are no longer concentrating on on the pressure. Do you get it? You don't need to take 10 minutes. People are waiting for the answer and you are busy. No, it's just okay. Then you respond. All right. You can also eliminate stressors instead of trying to manage stress. Just eliminate the stressors. Eat well. Connect with others. These days we are always on social media, but have physical people around you. Maintain a clean environment. Sorry, I had to rush because of time, but thank you so much all for listening.
Thank you so much, Master Coach Chipo, for an insightful presentation on my health, my rights. When last year we exercised, good people, I'm so glad that we got to have a practical session when we all came up the stairs. I'm so glad I'm happy about it. It's an unfortunate event, but then it brings good results, right? Thank you so much, Coach Chipo. So we're being reminded to take care of ourselves, to prioritize our health, to be conscious of what we take in, whether mentally or the food that we eat, the ways that we absorb into us. Let's be conscious of that so that we keep our bodies healthy, our minds are healthy. Let's also exercise regularly and also sleep regularly. Okay, so thank you so much, Coach. That was a powerful presentation. Another round of applause for Master Coach Chipo. For the next few minutes, we're going to have our Coach Edina. She's coming up and she's going to talk about self-care, mind, body, and soul. So let's clap for her as she comes up and takes the podium.
It is such a pleasure to come after Master Coach Chipo. I stand on your shoulder, my sister. I'm going to present on self-care, mind, body, and soul. Who is Edna? She's a whole woman, transforming leaders for a whole world. She's a leader of a women's organization called the Women's Action Group. She's an activist and thought leader, dynamic facilitator, impact coach, writer. I write opinion editorials. I'm also a businesswoman. I run a table charm business and I'm a global leader. I sit on the Global Reference Group for Violence Against Women for the Spotlight Initiative. I'm a mother. That's my daughter at the back.
Oh,
I'm a grandmother. I'm also a woman of faith. We are going to talk about self-care. And I want just to start off by saying self-care is not an emergency response plan to be activated when stress becomes overwhelming. Healthy self-care is an intentional way of living where your values, attitudes, and mindful actions become part of your daily routines. It's not an emergency response plan. You have to think about self-care. I've heard people say, we only live once, Snoopy, but it's wrong. We only die once, we live every day. We live every day, we don't live once, but we die once. I have the quotation from Audre Lorde, which says, caring for myself is not self-indulgence, it is self-preservation. And that is an act of political warfare. We speak politics when we talk about self-care because you have to let go certain actions for you to care for self. Ancient truths about self-care, soul care. I'm sure we have heard that you can't pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. There's no way you can help others when you are not settled, when you are not really settled. Make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish, but it's necessary. Because sometimes we want to do things for others and forget ourselves. Another ancient truth, you are not required to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm. Sometimes we are really busy doing everything for other people. We want to keep others happy, but we don't think about ourselves. I took that quotation from the Facebook where we are saying you can be committed and take time off. Because people think if you take time off, you are not committed. You can be a good leader and delegate tasks. Leaders, sometimes they don't want to delegate. They want to do everything because I don't know what it is with us. We feel being overworked is being effective. You can be consistent and have an occasional bad day. You can be a problem solver and ask for help. So you can be the person who is solving everyone's problems, but you should be able to also ask for help. So it's key, it's very important to also look at that. You can be flexible and prioritize family. For me, family comes first. Even if I'm in a meeting, if I get a call from one of my children, I'll excuse myself. But leaders, sometimes we just say, I'll respond later. But take care, prioritize family. You can work hard, but not overwork yourself. Working hard and overworking, those are two different aspects of working. So let's be cognizant to that. It is possible to be capable and lost. The two, it's possible to be capable, but sometimes we are lost. You can also be smiling and struggling. And in our culture, the Africans, we smile. How are you? I'm fine. Whereas I'm burning inside. So we can be smiling but struggling. We can also be kind, but set boundaries. We should be able to set boundaries. We can be vulnerable and powerful. There are times when you really feel you are vulnerable, but still you are a powerful person. So these are truths about self-care. You can be successful and traumatized. You can also be an extrovert, but alone. I'm speaking deep here, but I hope you are getting what I'm saying. Extrovert, you want to be out there talking to people, but inwardly you are alone. I'll just move to the last that one. Kind leadership is not about being nice. You don't have to be nice to everyone. If you are to be a leader, it's about being real, honest, and genuinely caring. Moving on, so why are we not good at self-care when we have those truths? What's standing in the way? There's shame, expectation, and pressure. Pressure including pressure from dead folks. I'm doing this because my father who died said this about this. So we have that pressure. We don't want to disappoint. Social status. We also look at culture, faith, tradition, guilt and grief. Not good with setting and sticking to our boundaries. It's hard work, messy, and requires a lot of courage and time. Self-care requires a lot of courage and time. We always want to be in control and not relinquishing the control. And approval addiction. You just want everyone to approve what you are doing. So we have baggage which we do not need to carry. We have other people's mistakes. We have expectations. All that is baggage which we are also carrying, but it's not ours. We don't have to carry that. We need to shift the narratives and learn and relearning self-care. Self-care assessment tips: figure out where the stress is coming from. Are you operating from other people's expectations? Consider what you can control. Do what you love, passion and purpose-driven life. Examine how you budget and manage your time. Realize there's a difference between worrying and caring. Embrace your mistakes. Use them as stepping stones to grow. Don't drown yourself in unrealistic standards of perfection. Dismantle this. Destroy the idea that repressing emotions is a sign of strength. You should be able to express your emotions. Let's deconstruct this self-care iceberg. Normally we think self-care, what we are seeing there, massages, skin care, spa days, bubble baths, that's what we think is self-care. But this is what self-care really looks like behind the scenes. We have to look at trauma healing, inner child work, setting boundaries, letting go of attachments, crying, getting proper rest, meditation, learning from triggers, difficult conversations, and nourishing our bodies. I'm sure we had the healthy, balanced diet from Coach Chipo. I will just move fast. The dimensions of wellness, we're looking at spiritual, physical, emotional, financial, social, occupational, and intellectual wellness. Inspirational reminders, food for thought. Rest is resistance. You need to rest. You need to take time off. We have to resist. And there are 7 types of rest: physical, mental, sensory, creative, emotional, social, and spiritual rest. There are things which are in my control as I think about the self-care, and those which are out of my control. So we have to release, relinquish, let go, and surrender some of the things. What is in my control are my thoughts and actions, what I give energy to, the goals I set, how I speak to myself, how I spend my free time, how I handle challenges, and my boundaries. But out of my control, the past is out of my control, the actions of others, the opinions of others. So let's be mindful and look at things which we can control and those we cannot control as part of self-care. Don't carry your mistakes around with you. Instead, place them under your feet and use them as stepping stones to rise above them. It is okay to make mistakes. It is okay not to be okay. It's okay to have hard days. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay not to know it all. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to start over. It's okay to need more time. Like now I'm being given the time, but it's okay. I need more time to continue. But anyway, I'm about to finish. So, celebrate. What is your celebration mantra? What do you tell yourself when you are celebrating? Can you share? How do you celebrate yourself? If you've done something and you feel really good, how do you celebrate yourself? What do you say? Go girl. For me, when I wake up, I tell myself, Edna, this is morning. Go girl, the day is there for you. So you have to really celebrate yourself at the end of the day. Before you go to bed, you say, girl, you have done it. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach Edina. That was so powerful, a powerful reminder to always take care of ourselves. Self-care is important. How many of us only think of self-care when things are out of control? So many of us, right? We only think that that's the only time we have to take care of ourselves. We also have to take care of ourselves even when things are okay, even when things are good. Thank you so much. And it's not even selfish, it's necessary. So another round of applause for Coach Edina. Because of our time, we'll only take 3 questions or contributions. Anyone with questions or contributions for either of the presenters? Adina. I was surprised. Yes, Coach.
Hello, everyone. I guess I had a self-care question where you mentioned the issue of being okay with not being okay. I think that's a very important thing to do. But my question would be, how do you reach a balance? Because I know some people, especially younger generation, who relax sometimes, where once you tell them it's okay not to be okay, I'm not going to manyanas for like 2 years. They're in that zone of it's okay not to be okay. They keep failing. I know it's part of life, but is there a balance that one can reach between it's okay not to be okay now, but I have to rise up and keep moving? Because I think sometimes there are people who embrace that and will become a personality trait take on where they're now just living life in their comfort zone forever. They're not jumping out because they say, it's okay not to be okay. So I don't know how, is there a balance that can be reached?
Can I
Yes,
respond?
Coach.
Okay. Basically, when we are looking at a person, we look at the person holistically.
Yes.
So that person should also be alert to their surroundings. So if someone is to continuously say it's okay not to be okay, I think they won't be balanced. When we look at all the 8 critical areas, the spiritual and so forth. So sometimes we are just not okay because there's been a funeral in the family, a loss in the family. So you are not okay. So it's not like a message for people just not to be okay all the time and do the wrong things. This is a positive. We are looking at it in a positive manner. I hear you very well, but these young people, sometimes you also need to ground them. If someone is grounded, then they will understand what we mean by it's okay not to be okay. Because sometimes you are not feeling well, but you push yourself, you go to your workplace to work. But it's okay just to say, today I'm not coming in, I'm not feeling well. This is the sense.
Thank you so much, Coach. Because others, it's going to permanently ring in my head. It's okay to not be okay, and then they just use that to be dormant and not do anything at all. Thank you so much. Yes, Coach.
I just wanted to say it's okay not to be okay whilst I'm doing something about it.
It's okay not
to
be
be
okay.
saying it's okay not to be okay, and then until
You
the
just sit.
It's okay not to be okay, but whilst I'm doing something about it. Because in most cases, we beat ourselves up because we are not okay. Yet it's fine. It's okay like that. We can work from that position, moving from there going forward.
I say thank you so much, Coach. Yes.
Hi. I think my comment is more overall the sessions that we had, because for me these were very critical sessions, and it's unfortunate that we had such little time because self-care issues for me, they are not. I think she started with something like it's not an emergency.
Yes.
It's something that you should always be doing. And because of time, I felt like we dealt with it as an emergency. You know what I mean? If we had had time to really deconstruct all those items, I think it would be clearer to say in which circumstances are we talking about it's okay
Not to be okay.
So I just thought maybe we need to frame that. I had a question or a comment mainly for the first presenter.
Yes.
Around the health issues. And you mentioned it to say your BMI states that you are overweight, but when we look at you, to us, you see, oh, she's fine. I've also heard other people talking about how this BMI index is not yes, it's not for Africans. Because I belong to that overweight bit. I exercise, she's my witness, I exercise, my portions are small, etc. But I am that. The 13 flights were not so hard on me, but I am overweight. How then do we strike that balance? Are there other measures that we can look to? Because when I think about my BMI, it kind of affects even my confidence, you know. So happy to hear about that.
Okay. Thank you for that question. I to finish off the sentence so I know. Personally, what I always say is we are of different origins, and we are of different builds. We are different, so we cannot compare ourselves. And we are happy, we are proudly Zimbabwean. We are proudly Africans. We are proudly who we are. The only challenge comes when I cannot now breathe properly because I'm big. I can no longer move 5 steps without stopping to rest because of lack of physical activity. I believe when I am okay, when I am strong, because you were born like that, can you change yourself? Look at mom, she's the one with some of the genes, right? Can you change that? Can she change her ancestral genetic makeup? No. But at the end of the day is, am I feeling healthy? That's all. And the BMI, and in most cases, people who will then be required to have all these measures and things like that is because they've gone to where? To the hospital. And when you've gone to the hospital, it means now there's something wrong about your what? About your health. That's when they start telling you A, B, C. Yet, maybe you have never been to the hospital. Keep up what you have been doing. No issues about, low self-confidence, because that's who you are. What do you say to yourself when you get up in the morning and look into that mirror? Who are you seeing? You see, start talking those positive affirmations. And you may be even stronger than a coach. She may be failing to move even one floor of stairs. Yet you can do the 13. So who is stronger? Who is fit? Who is healthy? I believe everything about you, who you want to be, is what you tell yourself. It's what you tell yourself. So those affirmations are very, very, very important. And can we all be slim? Can we all be short? Can we all be tall? What kind of a world would it be? God made us so to be balanced, to have a world which is what? Which is balanced. You know, that's why a man can say, I am big, but I want a tiny wife. You know, my husband is big. And I was very small. I told you I was 55 kgs for what? 4 years. Because that's what he wants. And maybe a slim husband may want a big lady. You know, God made it so that we may have preference. We have right to preference. Now we have the right to choose because God made it so. And when God made us, He said, it is good. He was happy with what He made. Yes. But what we must just have to do is tisawanikwa takufemereka because mafuta azara moyo. Tisawanikwa takutadza kufamba because of things that we can have control over. Mom talked about there are things that you can have control over and things that you cannot have control over. That which I cannot have control, can I have control over my salary when I'm the one who has chosen to go there to that job? I can't. And the boss will also help me see that the economy is not okay. You see, I cannot have control of it. But should I be depressed? No. I have to do something about it so that I don't become what? Depressed. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Coach, for that answer. Do we still have questions? No. Okay, thank you so much for attending the ETE Talks. Join us next week, Thursday, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's been an honor having you here today. My name is Coach Daniela. Thank you so much.